Good morning, world. And good morning, Chenyo poster.
Princess.
Wait, what?
It's me, your Chenyo poster that you've been looking at for 2.5 years when you wake up in the morning.
Why are you talking to me? Like, what is this?
You know that cold brew that's been on your table for like 3 days and you just took a sip of it just for fun last night? Yeah. This is what happens.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
First of all, you need to upload a video because you haven't done that in like a few days. Secondly, I need you to talk about something important.
Sure, okay, fine. Okay, so what do you want me to talk about? What do you want me to do?
I want you to talk about me.
You need to make a video, talk about all this stuff, and just get this shit out because obviously you have some pent up issues about it. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, obviously.
Okay. I'll make a video about people being treated poorly because they like K-pop, okay? Fine, I'll do it. I'll talk about hypocrisies of our society.
And if you don't do what I say, you will be sacrificed to the exo gods of Exoplanet.
Alright, I'm gonna edit it. Woo! What up, Crackhead Nation? It's your girl, Princess. Today I want to talk to you guys about something that has been on my mind and that has been a part of my life for so fucking long. And I'm sorry if like the acoustics in here are trash. It's a bathroom. Elsa's in the background. What more could you want from this situation? I wanted to make this video and just kind of talk about my history, being a fangirl of things that are very kind of like more stereotypically like girls would like fainting at a One Direction concert. That happened. Or, you know, making a cardboard cutout of your favorite member of a K-pop group and taking it to a concert and having him actually see the cutout and look kind of scared. That happened as well. And also, you know, being the only black person in a 200-mile radius at a Taylor Swift concert in Indiana. That happened as well. And just kind of like my experiences throughout that. To give you guys a backstory on me personally, I have been a professional fangirl. Yes, I'm calling it professional fangirl because it's a fucking job. I did like a long unpaid internship and the boss is asking you for more money. But I have basically been a fangirl ever since I was about maybe 8 or 9. So I have been a fangirl for almost a good 10 years, since I'm about 20 years old. I don't do math. I failed algebra like 4 times, so just leave me alone. I wanted to make a video to resonate with younger people who made fun of in school for liking ching-chong music. I'm like, oh, ching-chong music. Like,
oh, this makes me so mad.
I'm gonna start in middle school because this is where it all sets off. So I was a huge fan of One Direction. Actually, it started with Big Time Rush, but Big Time Rush! Anyway, a huge fan of One Direction for at least 3 years. Like, I was really just all in it. Every night, I would just like have dreams about like Niall and like Zayn, because Niall was my fave and everything like that. But I went to school, like I would just be like so made fun of. Like, I went to a Christian private school, and every person in my class was a girl except for one boy who was like short and had diabetes, and we were just like, okay, like he exists. Comes to like annoying Christian private school kids who think they're better than everyone else. No one's outward, and we're also girls too. No one's outwardly like on their hate bandwagon being like, ugh, that's weird. Instead, they will literally just like look at my locker, because I had like One Direction shit in my locker, obviously. Like every Directioner had like One Direction stuff in their locker, like you print it out and it's like shitty quality and you just like put it up there. It's like constantly making fun of being like, okay, like when I was younger, I was like, wow, like people, like you can just do nothing and enjoy things that you like and be open about what you enjoy and people will still hate you. You know, and that's what I had to realize was that like, you know, people will just be rude. People will just be shitty. And so that's why I was like, you know, people are going to hate me either way. So I might as well just like the stuff I like. After I was a huge fan of One Direction eventually broke apart because of like, you know, Zayn and all that. I was like, Zayn, like, no, my life is ruined. The way that fangirls are treated is just so unfair. And it sucks. It sucks so bad when you just are just like sitting there enjoying something and someone's like, wow, like that doesn't have any measurement because you're a girl and the things that you enjoy don't fucking matter, so good luck. It's just like these, you know, it's really interesting because the same people that tell me this, like they're always like, older dudes or like, you know, like men and like sometimes even women. And every single person that has done this to me has been like a huge fan of like a football team or like an NBA team. And so I kind of want to just talk about the similarities between the two because a lot of people like, you know, we love to like praise the Super Bowl and it's so popular. I mean, people are obviously not like the numbers have been going down, but overall it's a socially acceptable thing to enjoy like football and stuff like that. And so it's just really interesting to me because I will spend like hundreds of dollars to see BTS like on the floor at Soldier Field, but you know, someone in my life could easily like pay $500 for tickets for his family, but that's normal. You know what I mean? They can spend $1,000 on Green Bay Packers merchandise and literally cover their entire home in Green Bay Packer merch and have all these calendars with different guys on them and things like that. But when I have a Taylor Swift poster in my locker, I'm the weird one, right? Do you see what I mean? Do you like understand what I'm saying? It's all the same thing. When it comes to sports and when it comes to being a fangirl of liking a popular group or liking K-pop or BTS, whatever you want to put here and here, it's the same thing. It's just a different variant of the form of entertainment. I'll do this again. Let's talk about sports again, because sports is an easy thing to do. Let's talk about my ex-boyfriend real quick, because he not only is a boring person, but he's very judgmental and he's very insecure. And so when I have like, he is upset. So he was a football, I'm not going to say his name or anything, but basically, long story short, he was a football player in high school, he was very popular, and then in college, like, we dated the first semester, and then he broke up with me second semester because he cheated on me. So what happened is that he would always talk about, like, football and how amazing it is and awesome, and I'm like, that's great, babe, like, good for you. Like, I don't understand football, like, I don't know what an OL, I think it means outer line, O-line, I don't know, but that's, like, that was his world, and K-pop, at the time was like, I mean, it's still my world, but it was like my world. Like, long story short, both of us were not ready for a relationship, but that's besides the point. That's not relevant to this topic. But basically, he was like really into like, you know, football and like games and stuff like that. And I was very into K-pop and fashion. And I did not mind him enjoying football. I just didn't understand it. But I was like, okay, that's great. Like, good for you. But when it came to K-pop, it was just very like, oh, that's so stupid. They'll never like you. Like, he literally told me, he was like, Asian guys won't ever like you because like, you're black, so what makes you think that you have a chance with these guys? Like, something shitty like that. And I was just like, first of all, fuck you. Like, I'm beautiful, okay? Like, I'm a beautiful, like, queen, no matter what I look like. I'm the shit because I know I'm the shit. Second of all, why, okay, so you're telling me that you can spend $60 on a game? You can spend $60 on Call of Duty, God, what was the last one I bought him? It was like the fourth one. I bought it for like $65, but I can't buy a bundle of BTS albums and just enjoy them. They're both CDs. Look at their CDs. Both of them are things for our entertainment that are not necessary for actual living. You know what we actually need to live? Food, water, and shelter. That's it. All these extra things are just things that we enjoy as human beings that we would like to have because it's entertaining to us and it keeps us like, you know, like happy and excited and, you know, things like that. And I'm not saying that like, oh, football's a problem. No, it's these hypocritical people that can't understand or figure out that, hey, liking a K-pop group is basically the same thing as liking a team. Also did fantasy football last year with my boyfriend. And I actually think it's really cool, but these same guys that all the time, like the whole time they were doing fantasy football, they were like, I'll pay you to give me, God, what was his name? Not Tom Brady. That's a really basic ass name too.
Oh my God, it's Todd Gurley. I don't know how I remembered that.
But anyway, it was so interesting seeing these like grown men actually like argue and try to like beat me out of like fictional players, while on the other hand you make fun of girls for literally voting, like you make fun of fangirls for voting with 12 accounts for the Mnet Asian Music Awards. Like, make that make sense to me. You're the exact same person that's coming for me for voting for my fave with 8 Twitter accounts for the VMAs. That's my Super Bowl. The Mnet Asian Music Awards are my Super Bowl. Okay? It's virtually the same thing. A concert is the same, it's the exact same concept as going to a football game or to an NBA game. Like, come on. I know families who will literally travel with their team, and they have called me weird or that's not important for liking K-pop or being obsessed with One Direction. You know what I mean? And it's literally all the same thing. And so it's just really frustrating to see these people and they're just like, oh my God, I love like this team and blah, blah, blah. And like, you know, I mean, that's great. You know, if you like a team like that and you feel a connection with them, like that's awesome. But don't sit up in here and tell me that I can't root for my team. You want to know what teams I root for? BTS, EXO, Blackpink, One Direction if they ever have a comeback, Taylor Swift, Nicki Minaj to certain capacities. You know, these are my teams. These are the people that I root for. And you know what? Your players don't know you either. And they're still making millions of dollars. Just how my faves are making millions of dollars doing what they enjoy. And they don't know me either. But you know what? It's not about that. It's about what we enjoy as human beings. And realizing that we're all one and the same is going to be a lot easier and a lot of less emotionally frustrating than trying to figure out why and trying to devalue the things that girls enjoy. Because fangirls have created and destroyed cultures. That's exactly what we do. And we have the power to bring millions of dollars to companies and even billions. Look at BTS right now. Look at how much money they're making from BT21 merch. Look at how much money they made on their last world tour. Just look and see. These things give us the liberty to enjoy. We shouldn't be trying to divide it up, be like, oh, well, football is cool and like actually popular and relevant and like important, but I was gonna say Jojo Shiwa, but Jojo Shiwa stands are like not important. You're like, no, okay, you know what? The Jojo Shiwa stands are really out here fighting for their fave too. Okay, so when I get my BMW i8 in like a year from now or like a month from now, whatever I attract sooner, then I will be doing a BTS vinyl on it, and the front's gonna say ARMY and the back's gonna say BTS because ARMY comes first. And that's how much of a fangirl I am. So I hope you guys genuinely enjoyed this video. If you have any commentary on this, let me know. Are you like someone who's like really into like, you know, like sports culture, like NFL and things like that, and can you like maybe understand the plight of like a fangirl better? Or are you a fangirl and you're like, even I didn't think of these like, you know, similarities before? I really want to get your guys' opinion on it. This is just like a rant video, as you can probably tell, but this is just something that's been on my heart for so long, and I just wish more people would learn about it and at least try to understand it. I don't want you guys to feel like you're alone when I literally went through the same shit. Everyone's going through like a similar thing, especially if you're like a K-pop fangirl and you don't have anyone who likes K-pop like you do, me, especially in high school. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it helped you with anything you're going through, and I just want to let you know that I love you so much.